Good afternoon, here we are. It's been an incredible few days, and there's still lots more to come. This weekend, we've remembered, we've talked, we've debated, we've laughed, some of us have cried. This final programmatic salute to the first women in Yale College includes two different kinds of segments. One segment includes short videos created by Kyle Gibson, class of 1978, from the wonderful oral histories taken by some of you, or given by some of you, during the course of the last few years. The oral history includes many more deeply compelling interviews, but these brief excerpts capture a fraction of your brilliant voices and touch on some themes common to that first wild year, especially the challenges, the hurdles, and the surprises that came with being a part of that tumultuous, historic time. The rest of the program is music from our era, some of it performed either by groups or members of groups that were founded during our era, some of it by more current groups, selected because they sing music that is relevant. We felt that music from our era would be good background for our memories. And we also felt that having the music sung by today's undergraduates, most of them women, would be inspiring since they are the triumphant outcome of what we began. Along the way, I, Connie Royster, and Shelley Fisher-Fishkin and Julia Preston will provide some brief narration to introduce, guide, and explain. So to begin, our first group will be the Slavic Chorus. Founded in 1969, the first year of undergraduate coeducation at Yale. And I know there are members of the Slavic Chorus here in the audience. Would you please stand up and wave so we can see you? The Slavs have been widely praised not only for their sound, but for their authenticity. In 2019, they celebrated their 50th anniversary with a reunion concert that drew alumni from across the globe. Without further ado, I give you today's Slavs, a chorus that has always been dedicated to maintaining musical excellence and seeking to empower women through song. They will be singing one of their earliest songs from our era, Ergin Deda, a song from Bulgaria.
Ergen deda a wonderful performance. Thank you, Slavs. The New Blue was also founded in 1969, another of the very first of Yale women's singing groups. In that year, Fen O'Heath, Bill Harwood, and Jim Weber of the Yale Glee Club held the first auditions for a brand new all-women's a cappella singing group. The 11 women who auditioned were accepted into the group. With a pitch and a business manager assigned and a single arrangement from Fenno, the women were on their own. These dynamic women soon dubbed themselves the New Blue, a name representing a new face of Yale, recasting the mold of Yale's Old Blue. At first, not surprising to us, it was difficult for the New Blue to be taken seriously. When a member of a male a cappella group quipped, "The New Who?" the New Blue decided to entitle their first album, "Since You Asked." Today, the New Blue is a core part of the Yale scene. They have delighted audience worldwide and have sung for former presidents George Bush and Barack Obama. And I think there's some members of the New Blue in the audience. Would you please stand and wave? I now give you the inimitable New Blue, celebrating what I hope is our present frame of mind, feeling good.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Oh, for me.
Pretty good. Before the first part of the video clips, we thought we would set the mood with The Way We Were, a tune from the 1973 romantic drama starring Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford. To sing it for us, we have Sarah Speller. Sarah graduated from Yale last May and is about to leave for England to take up a fellowship to pursue an MPhil in musicology at Oxford. She will be accompanied today by Mahima Kumara from the class of 2020, an accomplished pianist who has received awards at the Duquesne Young Artists National Competition and the Pennsylvania Music Teachers National Association Competition. She's a member of Yale's undergraduate piano collective. The song will be followed by the montage from a few of the 100 or so voices we've captured thus far about those first days and weeks and months at Yale, especially the challenges that came with breaking a barrier more than 250 years old at an entrenched patriarchal institution. And now, Sarah.
Misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Could it be that it was all so simple then, or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were, the way we were.
It appealed to my sense of history, my sense of wanting to achieve and strive. And I love the idea of being able to be in the first class of something to make something work.
Women were sort of devalued in my family, significantly devalued. I remember when my parents would have the extended family over, and I wanted to be in the den with the men talking about law and politics. My mother would say, no, you need to come in the kitchen with us and talk about what we talk about, which was not law and politics. And that's just one example. There was so much of that. And so I just thought, well, I guess the way to be worthwhile in life is to be more like a man, to have masculine characteristics. And Yale would be a great place to sort of get started.
I grew up in New Haven. I was born in New Haven, just 2 blocks behind the gym, Payne Whitney Gym. My aunt, Edna Carnegie, said to me that my grandfather would be turning over in his grave knowing that his granddaughter had been admitted to Yale.
And when I arrived at the campus, all the stores had welcome student signs, and one said, "Welcome Yale-ettes," which just made me cringe.
My parents took me up in the station wagon, and that there were a lot of reporters around asking me questions, and I do remember being absolutely clueless as to what to say to these people.
There was so much media coverage, it was embarrassing. I remember being, I think, on the front page with a couple of other local girls. I did not want that, and they had also taken a lot of our comments on phone interviews completely out of context. Made us sound like the most entitled, privileged, upper class, terrible people.
If I could go back and talk to the young Betsy going to Yale, I would say, you are brave, you are a pioneer, you are doing something really amazing.
And it was the first time I really felt I could be myself. Not only that, but the place was full of smart people. I was no longer the odd person out. It was the first time in my life I felt normal.
I think I was in heaven. I mean, it was very funny. Many years later, a woman who was my roommate junior year, who had also transferred from Smith with me, we had gone to a Yale reunion. I think maybe it was our 20th reunion or something, and she told me she had just come back from a panel of women who had graduated in the 80s, who were all complaining that we didn't have this and we didn't have that. And I remember Susan looked at me and she said, "It never occurred to us to complain. We were so damn grateful to just be there."
So I think in my class there were 100 women, and there were, as Kingman Brewster proudly told us on the first day, 1,000 male leaders, right? So the ratio was extreme.
And they were welcoming us. And the first thing that core staff says is, the mission of Yale College is to shape 1,000 male leaders in each class. And from the back of the common room, there's a female voice that piped up saying, "What about us?" And I always remember the laughter after that, because no mention was made about this is an historic moment, the first class of women. They basically pretended that we weren't there.
I don't think really occurred to me what it was going to feel like in a classroom where there were both male professors and male students who really wished you weren't there.
There were 17 men in the major and myself. And when I arrived, I had on a very colorful outfit. And the professor, who was British, said, "You must be in the wrong place." I said, "Is this MB&B 302 or whatever?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, then I'm in the major." And he was stunned. And he looked down the list. He asked my name. There I was on the list. And he said, "Well, Miss Gluckin will add lovely colors and nice scents to the class." I was incensed. I was furious. So I studied super hard, and on the first quiz, I did better than anyone else on the quiz. The results were handed out, and he recanted.
I felt very competitive, like I could not blend in, but that I could fit in. And I think there's a big difference between, because I didn't feel like I had to give up anything. I felt that, and I also felt welcomed by the white male students who were in my classes. So I was going in as a junior, I was going into advanced psychology courses. And the only thing that was sometimes awkward is if sometimes they looked to me for the female point of view or to the black point of view. And I can't speak for all women, I can't speak for all black people, but at least I felt like I was not getting pushback.
I was, my freshman year, and it was in directed studies in my English class, where I had been getting A's on my papers, that you write a paper every week, and all of a sudden, I got a C on a paper, and the note said, "See me." So I had to go to the office of the guy. I get to the office, and it turned out that he made a pass at me, chased me around the room, tried to lock me in the room. It was really appalling. And luckily, I'm from the West Coast in a co-ed environment, and I looked at him and like, are you serious? That's what, I wasn't frightened. I was just like appalled that this was happening. So I found a way to get out of there. And then, you'd think it would be over. I told my roommates, I didn't report it. And then, the next week, I write another paper, I got a D on the paper, and a note saying, "This is the best paper you've written all year." I'm thinking, this guy is an idiot. So the next week, I think I might have even gotten an F on one. And my roommates were like, "You have to report him." And I said, "Oh no. If he proceeds with this, I don't want to wreck anyone's career. He persists in wanting me to come to his office, I won't go." And finals day comes, and they pass out the blue books, and I sat in the front row, and this teacher got up to the podium and gave the instructions for the exam. And before he left for the exam, I got up and went up to the podium with my back to everybody so they couldn't tell what I was saying. And I said, "Excuse me, sir, shall I take the exam or are you going to fail me?" And he looked at me and said, "Take the exam." So I took the exam and I got a good grade in the class. And I think I still have those papers. Because it was, to me, you know, it wasn't until later that I realized that this kind of person might be doing this to someone who was more vulnerable. But it was a strange time.
This was the first year. There was nothing there. I mean, even for women who were huge athletes, which I wasn't, but for women who were, there were no organized sports teams.
It was a bit of a shock to me to come in and ask where I could sign up for the field hockey team and have the gentleman behind the desk look at me like I was asking to go to Mars. He just looked at me blankly, like, "What's that?" So that was discouraging, but, you know, like so many of the women in that first class, I think probably we were here in part because we were resilient creatures, and we decided to go ahead. If there wasn't a field hockey team, we would start one, and that's what we did.
There were so few Asian Americans, and I didn't think that it was unusual to have Asian Americans, having grown up in part in Hawaii, but to see how isolated we were. So I started working with a number of other Asian Americans. We ended up co-founding something called the Asian Americans, now called the Asian American Student Alliance, which just celebrated its 50th anniversary.
There was still the phenomenon of Friday afternoon, buses arriving on campus with young women from other schools who were coming for the weekend with their little hat boxes or suitcases or what have you, dressed in skirts. That I remember distinctly well. Most of us were dressed in jeans. And realizing that, you know, the guys who were your friends during the week now were, you know, having a social experience with other women, you know, that you didn't count in that category?
I was active in the student government of my college, and that was one of the things I'm like, we're not spending any money to bring women into the college, you know. Let their college pay for the buses. We're not paying for buses for women anymore. And people thought that was horrible, but you know, it's like, why should my money go to bus these girls in when I don't have a date, you know?
It was kind of hard to avoid. You know, as soon as you decided you didn't enjoy this one, another one or two or three showed up.
I set a rule for myself freshman year that I would only go out on 4 dates a week, and I stuck to it. And it was, I had a lot of fun.
I had a song written to me that was sung every time I entered the dining hall at Pearson College. The song was written by a man named Don Tenenblatt. He would sit at the grand piano in the lobby of Pearson College, and when I would come in for dinner, he would sing it. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm happy that I got to know y'all. I'm pretty as sin, but I won't let you in. I'm hot shit, but I'll never show y'all. That's my song. And so, that was something I had never experienced before. I can't say that it was a treat for me to hear that repeatedly. It certainly made me very self-conscious. I also had such things as eggs put into my mailbox. Yes, I don't know why, hard-boiled eggs. I guess because I was considered to be a hard-boiled egg. What?
I have an absolutely impossible time imagining my daughter, who went to Yale College also, putting up with any of what I put up with.
I very much did feel like a pioneer, and no one knew what would happen when we came to Yale.
I felt like I was a trailblazer and wanted to make this grand experiment of coeducation that could have gone severely off the rails, but did not.
It planted those seeds of wanting to serve, of wanting to be of use to other people.
Essential to my even thinking about what I wanted to do in my life.
The video shows us some of what we confronted. Part of the challenges that year for women interested in the arts was what was going to be available for us. The Slavs early on formed themselves as a new group. What about the Yale Glee Club? Founded in 1861 and a men's organization for well over 100 years when we arrived. In 1969-70, that academic year, there was initially still a four-part men's chorus and a new women's chorus. They toured together at the end of that year, singing separately and together. And during that successful tour, it was decided that the groups would merge and the Glee Club would go co-ed. The transition happened over the course of that first year, and the 1970-71 Yale Glee Club was the first officially co-ed Yale Glee Club. The Yale Glee Club of today is world famous. Their performances have received rave reviews in the national press, and the New York Times, which has called it one of the best collegiate singing ensembles and one of the most adventurous. The Glee Club, of course, is a mixed chorus, but for this special occasion, the director has set a song for a group of 9 women who will sing from its earliest repertoire. So now, from the Beatles, women from the Glee Club singing Paul McCartney's Yesterday.
Thank you, Yale Glee Club. That was absolutely beautiful. And if there are members from the first classes of women who were in the Glee Club, please stand and wave to us. Tangled Up in Blue, pronounced TWIB, was not a group that existed in our years. But although they sing a varied repertoire, they have a distinct folk 60s and 70s vibe and are partial to the folk rock hits of Dylan, to the jams of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, and to the sounds of Simon and Garfunkel. Today they will sing the lead song of the Dylan album of the same name, The Times They Are A-Changin', as they certainly were during our time at Yale. Welcome, TWIB.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesy with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'.
Change of pace. Cami Arbalus of the class of 2020, one of Yale's prominent undergraduate singers in the classical and musical theater scene, is going to sing a song by Otis Redding with lyrics adapted by the person who made the song so famous, the incomparable Aretha Franklin. Cami is an actress, singer, and dancer, and an active member of the Yale Aerial and Circus Arts Collective. Her performance of Respect, and perhaps it's not necessary to explain why we chose this song, will be followed immediately by a second montage of the video interviews. This one deals with our responses to May Day, an episode that united Yale women and men around a historic event they experienced together.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, boy, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when I get home, baby. When you get home, mister, now I ain't gonna do you wrong. When you're gone, I ain't gonna do you wrong. I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home, baby. When you get home, my darling, oh, I'm about to give you all my money, and you know what I want from you, my honey, is just a little respect when you get home. Ooh, when you get home, yeah. Baby, need some respect, yeah. Ooh, your kiss now is sweeter than honey, but you know what else is? Boy, my money, and all I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home, my baby. Now, when you get home, yeah. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take care, TCB, yeah. When I get home, yeah, baby. When I get home, I need some respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-t, take care, TCB, yeah. Baby, when I get home, ooh.
Welfare moms in New Haven were having their benefits cut, and a bunch of us Yaleys went and protested with the welfare moms sitting in at one of these welfare offices, and the police came and said, those of you who don't want to be arrested, please leave. Those of you who do, stay. And the welfare moms all stayed. All but two of us Yaleys left. I and another woman stayed. We were arrested. I was only 17 at the time, so the dean of my college had to be my guardian. And notwithstanding my liberal parents, they were not happy to hear when I called from jail. 3 weeks in, I did make the cover of the Yale Daily News.
It was a galvanizing time about what side were you on, you know, what did you think about what was going on not only in New Haven, but in the broader United States community. And so, yes, it was a big, big deal about student unrest.
the president suspended academic expectations or something like that so that students could leave. Some students left. I stayed, but some demonstrators were talking about shutting down Yale, and the university decided to allow demonstrators to camp in the colleges, not in the rooms, but in the courtyards, and to feed them.
We were serving food in the courtyards to the people who were coming in, but it was, it was fairly basic fare that you could cook in huge quantities, and anybody who wanted to could come in.
Calhoun decided that the thing it could do best would be to have a hotline so that we would dispel the fake news, right, and be the source of true news, of real news. So I did my dishing up of the food to whoever showed up, and manned the hotline.
So things start heating up on the campus, and my mom in New York kept saying, well, why don't you just come home? I mean, they're suspending exams, you can write your papers at home, there are no classes, why don't you please come home? And I really felt like I didn't want to abandon Yale. So they did at Trumbull clean out, asked us to leave, if we could, the women's entryway. So again, it's about the women, because they really felt they didn't know if they could sustain security.
Suddenly, Yale was a place where there were teach-ins on the weekend about the atrocities in Vietnam. SDS was starting up. Black Panthers were having rallies downtown. My own guidance counselor, because I had gone to some of these things, said to me in his office, "You people should all be lined up and shot."
You know, there were wiretaps going on among students and administrators and professors. Oh yeah, there are people who got compensated after the fact for having been illegally wiretapped. Students and faculty and administrators.
We had a guy who said he was a reporter following us around all the time because he wanted the inside story. I decided with, not at the time, but this guy must have been, CIA or something, or FBI.
I was hanging out also with one of the subgroups I'd met at that initial event, ended up hanging out with William Sloane Coffin Jr. and Phil Zader, his assistant chaplain. And we were all hanging out together, and it turned out later that I got named in the class action suit and got $1,000 because my phone was tapped by the CIA in the city of New Haven.
There were a lot of disparate groups, each of whom was jockeying for power and control over the movement, in a sense, and the event. And I don't think everything was perfectly peaceful. There was tear gas.
I remember running away from the New Haven police and running into Vanderbilt, and I peeked out the window, and I know I saw a cop throw a tear gas canister over the fence at Vanderbilt. And then my memory is that, one of my roommates was in there, so she was like, "What's going on here?" So I said, "Well, we'll get the washcloths, the wet washcloths over your nose and get down."
And it was scary to a little 17, 18-year-old kid. I mean, sheltered kid from Chevy Chase. It was very scary.
It was such a stressful time, and not because of the demonstrators, but because of the politics. President Nixon started bombing Cambodia just a couple days before the May Day demonstration. A few days after that were the Kent State shootings, and at least one student was killed.
It was the first year of coeducation, the first year of Bobby Seale going on murder trial, then the Kent State killings. It was really enough to make any middle-class girl's head spin around 10 or 12 times.
So this is Elga Wasserman's exact words. The media treated the advent of women as a weird and novel event, as if creatures from Mars had invaded Yale. In the beginning, few women felt as if they were truly belonged in this bastion of future male leaders. Oddly enough, from my perspective, May Day 1970 became the best thing that happened to Yale coeducation. The external threat of May Day unified the student body. Everyone pitched in together. Suddenly, gender was irrelevant, and undergraduate women had become an integral part of Yale College. From Elga Wasserman.
I think that for many in my generation who lived here then, our moral compass was formed by being students here, experiencing that, and having that leadership of those folks at that time.
At that moment, the spring of 1970, we really did feel the earth move under our feet. To sing the Carole King song by that name, for us, is whim and rhythm. In 1981, Yale's a cappella scene featured a number of single-sex groups, but that year, 7 senior women felt that a key part of the Yale musical scene was missing a senior group that would rival the decades-old tradition of the Whiffenpoofs. Nearly 40 years later, the singers of Women Rhythm represent the best and most experienced women singers in the senior class. Here they are singing I Feel the Earth Move.
Whenever you're around, oh darling, when I see your face, otherwise the month of May, I know that I can't stand it when you look at me that way. I feel the earth move under my feet, I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to tremble whenever you're around. And when you are near me, I feel the earth move under my feet. Oh, I can't stand it. I'll come running. Oh, winter, spring, summer, fall. I feel it move, I feel it tumbling down. I feel it running through my veins. And it all comes tumbling down. And it all comes tumbling down. And it all comes tumbling down. Oh, I feel it, darling. Oh, darling. When you're near me and you tenderly call my name, I know that my emotions are something I just can't take. Can't take myself around you, baby. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down.
to my very soul. I get so hot and cold all over. All over, all over, all over, all over, all over, all over, all over. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
Thank you, Women Rhythm. That was really a beautiful performance. One of the requests from several members of the committee was the next song from the musical Wicked. Cammie and her friend Noelle Mercer, class of 21, vocalist and playwright who has starred in several Yale productions, will sing this moving song called For Good.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a sea drop by a sky bird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess We know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship as it passes the sun, by a wind off the like sea, a stream that meets like a boulder dropped by the halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for
Yes, exactly. We're resilient. We respond to changes of circumstance. Okay. Shades of Yale is certainly among the most recognized and most popular groups of Yale. Their name celebrates the group's diversity and the depth and complexity of the Black experience. At a moment like this, when we are honoring the trailblazing women of the classes of 1971, 72, and 73, and all they did to overcome, how could we not have Shades sing their signature song? It will be followed by a special thank you video tribute from women who are now at Yale. So, women of Yale College who were the first on this campus, please help us welcome Shades.
class of 2023 right now, and it's so wonderful to have an opportunity to take a break and think about the women of 69 to 73, the people who actually led the charge to come to Yale, to make it a place for all of us to come to. Thank you so much for everything you did when you were here as a student, for the many things you do as alumni of Yale, and I just want to salute your courage, your curiosity, and thank you for taking that first step for all of us.
I want to say thank you to the first female students at Yale for making it possible when I was a student in the 90s to feel like it was completely normal for me to be on campus. I now have the privilege of being the dean of Jonathan Edwards College, and I see my female students occupying leadership roles across campus. It wouldn't be possible without you, so thank you.
I have looked up to so many of you for so long. You include my heroines. I feel as if I have personally stood on the shoulders of so many of you. I so hope this weekend has been memorable and a little provocative. My prayer is that something during your time back has seized your heart and will engage you to come back often to Yale in the coming years. Bravo and thank you.
The courage of one generation makes possible the accomplishments of the next. We're grateful to inhabit the world whose doors you opened. Thank you.
Kudos to the bold women of Yale's first co-ed classes. You challenged Yale to learn from you. You made Yale better for the future. And you inspired, by your leadership, those who came after you, including myself. I was Yale's first woman general counsel and served for 30 years. Thank you for all you've done for Yale and for the world.
At the School of Architecture, Minerva presides over our design studios. How wonderful is it that the goddess of wisdom is our inspiration. In that spirit, I'd like to thank the women who came to Yale in the classes of 1969 through 1973 for all they brought to the university. Bravo to you, goddesses of wisdom, and thank you.
Gratitude is what every woman in the Yale Law School building feels about the generations that came before us. I'm the first female dean of Yale Law School. This incoming class is 54% women. We couldn't have. Thank you for blazing the trails and smoothing the path and making all of this possible. We are in your debt.
I'm Daisy Mazio Manson, a senior here at Yale University. In 1999, my mom made a film called A Hero for Daisy, which is a documentary focusing on Chris Ernst, who's a Title IX pioneer and Olympian, who led the 1976 Yale women's crew team to protest the lack of facilities available for female athletes. Today, I'm a rower on the Yale women's crew team, where we have exceptional facilities and an elite coaching staff who work to provide us with all the resources we need to excel. I'm so thankful for the women who came before me and fought so hard for the opportunities that we have today.
Hi, I'm Joliana Yee, and I just want to extend the deepest of gratitude and thanks to the first women at Yale for, because of your perseverance, I'm allowed to stand here before you as the director of the Asian American Cultural Center, and especially a big shout out to the women of color, because I know it wasn't easy. Congratulations and thank you.
I am so grateful for the women at Yale who came before us. It takes bravery, courage, their love for Yale to do what you've done. And I'm a product of that. And so I'm so grateful and thankful for the women at Yale to bring in inclusivity, leadership, bravery, and love. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I simply can't imagine either my classes or the colleges without all the wonderful young women I've come to know there. Thanks so much to the women of the classes of 69 to 73 for taking the big leap and making it all possible.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the women who arrived on the Yale campus in the fall of 1969 to transform this university. For had you not made the change of making Yale a place that welcomed women, Yale could not have become the great university that it would become in the last quarter of the 20th century. Thank you.
As someone following only a few years behind you, and as a woman in the male-dominated field of physics, I know exactly how important you are as path breakers. You led the most important change in Yale's history. So, thank you
so much.
What a long way Yale has come since I arrived here in 1972 as a newly minted assistant professor. It's good and it's right that we should celebrate, and I do. But you know, there's still a ways to go.
I follow the footsteps that you paved. Thanks to you, the first class of Yale women, for your resiliency, strength, and poise. Thanks to you, I too am Yale.
To our pioneers, our first classes of women at Yale College, we salute you, we honor you. Countless women and people of all genders at Yale and beyond are indebted to you for blazing these paths with such brilliance, courage, grace, and tenacity. Thank you, and happy anniversary.
Thank you to everyone who contributed to that wonderful, wonderful video, which was really inspiring and moving and gratifying to feel that all of this has developed from our initial steps here back in 1969, 70 through 70, 73. The following song, sung by Cami, is the one requested by the committee to be the finale of the day. It's the second song by Carole King, but that's not the reason it was requested. The words represent to the women who requested it the bond that all of us share and the way we feel about one another. The song will be immediately followed by a brief closing tribute by Kinsale Houston, after which Kinsale will ask us all to rise and sing Bright College Years, led by the Yale Precision Marching Band. After we finish the alma mater, please don't sit back down. We are all going to gather our things and follow the band, marching to Phelps Gate, where the commemorative stone will be dedicated.
Nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. Ooh, you've got a friend. If the sky above you is dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together. Soon I'll be knocking at your door. Just call my name. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you, desert you, they'll steal your soul if you let them, so don't you let them know. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yes I will. You've got a friend. Oh, winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. Ooh, you've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got one? Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend?
Will you not celebrate with us the hands that have built our futures? These women, straight-backed and bright-eyed in the black and white photographs, their arms and books a shield, their knowledge, their power. These women are mothers, their brightness echoing off these stony walls. You are the portraits on the walls of Sterling, gazing proudly with your telescopes and chemistry. When first I walked in with my father, I was drawn to you, looked up to your portraits and smiled and said, this is why I'm here today. These women who raised their hands and raised their fists, super women with raised fists, you've raised us. This is not a milestone, but a beginning again. It is a reminder that we women are not guests here. We are the very backbone of this institution. All 2,800 from 230. You bring us together, and we are the light and the lightning. We are the cracking of book spines and boldness. We are bravery and strength. This is woman to woman. This is to 1969, to trailblazers, to pathbreakers, woman to woman. We see you. We are you. We thank you. And now would everyone please stay standing for Bright College Years, led by the Yale Precision Marching Band. The words are on the back of your program, and you should all have the white handkerchief to wave at the end, and we'll get started once they're all in the room.